If yesterday was a victory for democracy in Jammu and Kashmir, today is a day of confusion. Yes, the elections have shown the biggest turnout in 25 years, but no one is clear, even a day after the results, just who is going to form the government. The PDP and the BJP are neck and neck, and it's clear that there will be a hung assembly or president's role. Ultimately, it all boils down to either the PDP or the BJP biting the bullet and getting into an alliance, perhaps even with one another. Well, we're quickly moving on to this. Joining us to debate this from Srinagar, Vikramaditya Singh, leader of the PDP. Sanjay Kaul, spokesperson of the BJP, joins me. Tanveer Sadiq, spokesperson of the NC National Conference. And over here, Mr. Rashmikant, spokesperson of the Congress, will be joining me as well. So, several scenarios over here. Let me come across to you, Mr. Vikramaditya Singh. It's been a day of strange silence today. We haven't heard Mufti Muhammad Syed make any remarks. Mehbooba has said that she's exploring all options and your party will not cobble up support for the sake of numbers. But in this big victory of yours in terms of coming out with the party with the biggest numbers, do you today find yourself in a position of despair, not knowing who to approach or how to come to power?
Vishnu, you are absolutely right. But it's not so much a matter of despair than deliberating on what we need to do, because our agenda is very clear. We made some very serious promises to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and our focus has to be able to how to deliver on our promises. So we are very keen on getting a stable government in position, and I think it's going to take a little longer than everyone is expecting. These are not things that can be decided overnight. Our leadership has gone into discussion. We are having internal meetings, and very soon we are going to come up with a strategy.
But would it be fair, Mr. Singh, to say that the PDP is split wide open on this entire issue of whether or not you can ally with the BJP?
Well, at the moment, like you said yourself, our Mehbooba ji has herself accepted the fact that we are open to discussion. No option is closed at this point. And if whatever action needs to be taken to fulfill a stable government, we'll do that. But it's a little early. It's still early days. I think it's going to take a couple of days before we can actually come down to stating who is it that we are talking to and what is it that.
No, but sir, ideologically, where does the PDP stand vis-a-vis the BJP? Because you seem to be on opposite sides of the ideological divide.
Of course, that is what makes it even more difficult. That's why you haven't heard anybody come up with any statements at the moment. But the point is, that is one issue. And the other issue is to work out a common minimum program. I think that is what is absolutely core. If we want to give a stable government in Jammu and Kashmir, we do have the mandate of the people. Clearly, BJP has the mandate of the people in Jammu as well. So the understanding has to be based on some common minimum program which is going to evolve.
So basically you're talking about the possibility of you formally talking to the BJP and working out a common minimum program. Because in all of what you have said over the last 5 minutes, this is the first indicator that you are going in their direction. Is that right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm saying we are open to it. We haven't really closed any doors. We are open to any kind of negotiation at the moment.
Okay.
And wherever we find that we are able to reach a common minimum program, we will go towards that.
Okay. So let me go across to Sanjay Kaul in that case. Mr. Kaul, who is a closer friend of yours, the PDP or the National Conference?
No, I think we are going to approach this entirely from the standpoint of what's best for the state and, of course, what's best for the country in extension. So I think it's not about friends or foes. We're all citizens of the same country. We all want a stable government. I believe everybody will root for development. I believe good governance is the template on which we fought these elections, and I believe nobody will be opposed to the idea that Mr. Modi and the NDA and particularly the BJP espouses as of now. So I think it's more than just an issue of friends, foes. It's all about basically being able to have clarity on agreements and differences, ideological, imagined or real, and to be able to agree between ourselves that the only thing that matters is the quality of life that we can offer our citizens.
All right. So in terms of talks, where do you stand? We were told that the RSS leader Ram Madhav has been in Srinagar talking to various political forces over there. Where does the extended BJP now stand in terms of talking? Who have you spoken to, and who, if anybody, have you discounted?
No, you know, the normal the state unit normally kicks in after elections like these are sort of done with. And you probably know that the parliamentary board has decided that some of our senior leaders will be visiting the state to preside over various processes that must now follow. So it's not really an ad hoc or sort of a confused sort of movement ahead. It's a logical progression. And I think many people have various ideas about what should happen, as is natural in a democratic setup. Some of those ideas will be considered, some will be set aside, and I think a lot will depend on the enabling circumstances that the other parties
Sanjay,
or other
bottom
groups
line,
have some mandate.
Can you see a scenario where you work out a common minimum program with the PDP, a party which is which some and controversially referred to as a soft separatist party, whose position on issues such as Pakistan, on autonomy, are stronger than, say, a party like the National Conference? Would you believe the BJP and the PDP, for that matter, would be in a position to thrash out these differences and come up with a common minimum program, realistically?
Yeah, a common minimum program is the result of an agreement or an arrangement in the first place. And I think you do realize that in politics, our entire business is to extend our influence over the others and to try and see if we can convince them to our point of view. And to that extent, I think our job is not so much to be to operate as friends or foes, but as to be able to impose our viewpoint and the importance of that viewpoint in the national context. So I know that you're referring to some of the ideological issues that have been raised by pro-separatist or soft separatist forces, but I do believe that they also understand that the context has changed and that the electorate is no more looking for old formulas or old solutions. It is for that reason that I believe any alliance of the sort that the state has seen for so many years among the usual suspects is going to be refused, or is not going to be accepted by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. It is looking for change, and a mandate for change cannot be made if the same old people get together in the same old fashion.
All right, the same old people cannot get together in the same old fashion. I'll come back to you and carry on from that thought in a moment. But Mr. Rashmikant, let me ask you this. As the Congress party, if you look at the numbers, the Congress is 12. There are 3 independents. That brings it up to 15. The PDP has 28. You would possibly have nothing to lose from where you are in this position. Given the performance of the Congress of late, you can only hope to gain. And therefore, do you see it being a realistic possibility to engage, for the PDP to engage you, because you've already engaged the PDP?
Actually, I think there are 6 independents, not 3 as you mentioned.
Others 4?
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, there are 6 independents.
Yes.
So PDP as of now is in a situation, after Congress offering its support to the PDP, is on a situation where they have 40 seats with them, 40 assured members of the assembly with them, and they are 4 short of forming a government. Now, there are obviously, politics is the art of the possible. Everybody is talking to everybody, and as the PDP representative said, they are talking about a common minimum program, and wherever the common minimum program comes through, to their point of view, they would go through with them. But Mr. Sanjay Kaul made an important point where he said that obviously our points of view are known and we would like to convince them of our point of view. Now, the bulk of the seats that the PDP has got, which is 28, is from the Valley. Now, what does the Valley stand for? What did the Valley vote for Mr. Mufti for? The Valley essentially voted for the PDP, primarily on the issues raised by the PDP in the past and the present, in spite of abusive language used personally against the PDP family and the NCP family by the top leadership of the BJP. Now, the Congress has nothing to lose, but the question here is one of the country. Now, assuming like if you take theoretically a possibility of BJP and because this is a very disingenuous argument being put that okay, there is one part of the state which has voted for the BJP and one part of the state which has voted for the PDP, and therefore they must come together. Now you have these situations in all states where one part votes for one party and one part votes for another party. So to bring them together, you form a coalition.
Rashmikant, you followed your party line to a T. You reached out to the PDP in a manner in which the two of you may well have been sitting in the same government already before the talks have even taken place.
No, I'm just giving you a theoretical possibility. Anything can happen, and I'm not saying anything with the firmness. All I'm saying is that the PDP is the largest party. It cannot be denied.
Vikramaditya is saying ideologically, isn't it very easy in a sense, given Mufti Muhammad Saeed's background with the Congress, for the Congress and the PDP to once again come together? Or do you feel that you would be burdened with a political force which is seen to be on the wane across the country?
2 points here, Vishnu. One is that for us, it's not a question of looking for the easier option. I think both options for us at this point are difficult options. And it is important for us to be able to convince the people, to be able to convince our party cadre that we are taking the right decision, and whatever decision we are taking is for the benefit of the state and in the national interest of this country. So I don't think it is a matter of, it's not an easy option to exercise at this point.
Mr. Rashmikant, you had a point. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask the PDP that you will certainly have kept in mind, you will certainly keep in mind prior to taking a decision, that you will see several hundred or thousands of RSS shakhas coming into the valley. You would see the political narrative that we've seen in the parliament and outside of the parliament, that the fringe elements of the Sangh Parivar have raised in terms of conversion, reconversions, etc., etc. You've seen central ministers talking about saying that anybody who did not vote for Modi should go to Pakistan. Now, do you think, will that make if you do go with BJP, would you be a 2020 player or would you be a long-term sort of political force in the country? Is this, are these issues that are going to be taken in mind?
Are these issues for your party?
These are definitely issues for our party. It is a matter of grave concern for all of us over here. But I don't see that necessarily as a way of opting out of anything. I think we need to sit across the table and we need to have a clear discussion, which we haven't had as yet with the BJP or with the Congress for that matter, and see what is it exactly that they are willing to offer us, where is it that they are willing to draw the line, where we are willing to draw the line, and work out a common minimum development agenda. I think the focus here should be on development and delivery of governance to the people.
One point.
But just a moment, Sanjay called. Do you want to come in over here and respond in a sense to what Rashmikant of the Congress party has to say? His basic point is if the BJP were to come to power or be part of a government in Jammu and Kashmir, the face of the valley would change as a result of several of your policies coming over there, which would represent a challenge perhaps to the Muslim population. And that's a very clear implication over there. Would you like to come in?
I said the population. I didn't say Muslim population.
Yeah, I think it was a reprehensible attempt by the Congress spokesperson at fear-mongering and hate-mongering. I also believe that it is completely in consonance with the view of the Pakistanis with regard to the BJP and its and mother organization. So I'm not surprised that this anti-national voice is echoed here all over again. I'm also disturbed and saddened by the fact that the Congress spokesperson had a lot of advice for the PDP persons, obviously because he does not think that the PDP is capable of thinking for it themselves. But be that as it may, my concern is simply this, that every time you speak like this about Kashmir, you will be warned that the exact opposite will now hold for Jammu. And I will believe that at least the Congress would not fall prey to the idea that it's trying to set up one region against the other. And finally, I just want to add quickly and in the end, that whatever may happen, you have to understand one simple thing. The BJP represents nationalist forces. That means our prime importance and prime theoretical belief is that all people of J&K should have all the rights of the rest of the country. This is an idea of integration. This is not an idea that is being that has been sold out by the Congress for the last so many years. They are voted out comprehensively because they have not been able to convince anybody that they have
just a moment.
Better idea or that they can,
Rashmikant, I know you want to come in, but I'll come back to you in a moment. I want to go across I want to go across to the National Conference and Tanveer Sadiq. You're the dark horse in this scenario. If anybody has emerged in a, well, you've certainly not emerged as a winner in these elections, but even in your loss, it seems to be a win-win scenario that you're in. One possible scenario over here involves your tying up with the PDP. If Omar Abdullah says, and he told Barkhadat this yesterday, that there is a crack which is open, how seriously do you expect the PDP to pursue this? Do you really expect Mufti Muhammad Syed to pick up the phone and call up Omar Abdullah and say, look, let's get together and do something for governance? Do you see that to be a realistic scenario?
Vishnu, first of all, our primary focus should be to ensure that there is a stable government in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, this is a fractured mandate. No single party has got the mandate to rule the state. Now, having that been said, why Mr. Omar Abdullah said this? Because this is the only way that you'll have a stable government here. Now, I'm surprised because while you were talking to the the PDP spokesperson, he didn't even mention once that they have not even given a decision about our support to them, because we have given a support. The working president has very clearly said that we'll support. Let them come, let them ask for support, and we'll give them support. They are the same people who till yesterday were screaming that they want a regional thing. They don't want a national agenda here. Now we are giving them the support on a plateau. I don't understand why aren't they taking a decision on this. Now, as far as we are concerned, like I said, it is for the PDP first to form the government. Then it is the BJP. We come third. But in spite of being third, we are making sure that there is a stable government, and we have extended our support to the PDP. While you are on the program, I would ask the PDP spokesperson, why haven't they taken a decision on this?
Vikramaditya is saying, why don't you come in over here and what is the hesitation or the reservation? Yes, go ahead. In reaching out to the National Conference.
I think we've got to keep in, Vishnu, we've got to keep in mind that the mandate that the public has given for the Congress and for the NC is to sit in the opposition. We at this point are exploring various options. Like I said, all the options to us are open, and we are looking at the possibility, the best possible possibility to emerge for a stable government. And I'm sure if Mufti Muhammad Syed in his wisdom does decide to approach the NC and take them up on that offer, that will happen at some point.
I think
can I come in, Vishnu?
Just 1 second, Tanveer Sadiq, and I will come across to you, Mr. Rashmikant. Tanveer Sadiq, go ahead.
See, first of all, there's talking about that we have been given the mandate to sit in the opposition. We have got 17 seats. That's in the parliament. We were only winning 4 of the seats. We were not decimated in this election. We are second in 32 seats with a margin of close to around 1,000 votes. We were not here. We weren't given the mandate to sit in the opposition. My direct question to him is that if you want a stable government, there are only 2 ways. One, to go with the BJP, and the second is by having our support. Now we are officially, the working president has given an official comment saying that
along with some independents. How can you discount that, sir?
Even then they can't make the members. See, I know Congress was the first person to jump and say that we will support, because Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad is looking for a Rajya Sabha seat, but even then they can't make the numbers. They come to
PDP 28, Congress 12, Independents 3, and others 4. It comes to 47.
Independents have already.
It means some cobbling together, but they can come up with the numbers.
2 are with us. No. The 2 are with us. They are our people. They are our supported candidates.
Okay.
So they'll not support them. We are 17. So what my point is that why don't they directly tell us yes or no? That's what we are asking for.
All right, Mr. Rashmikant, last word, 10 seconds, sir, completely out of time. Yes.
Very quickly, I think Mr. Sanjay Kaul somehow seems to have a great problem in understanding what I say. I was never giving any advice to PDP. I was only talking, I was curious to know their response to certain political issues. As far as the PDP goes, does the PDP by any chance say that if they want a change, is the mandate for BJP to come into the ruling party? Do you see that? Just because they become number 2, they have come in the state. Does that give them the mandate to come into the ruling party?
I have completely run out of time. The thing is that I am not the only person asking questions of the PDP. All of you are asking questions of the PDP as well. Very interesting scenario.
I think NC has made a very significant statement.
If Vikramaditya were to answer any of these questions directly, who knows, we'd be in a position to form a government over there perhaps tomorrow. But
NC has made a
tragically,
very
that's not going to happen,
statement.
and the possibility of governor's rule cannot be ruled out at this stage unless parties decide which way to go. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us.